Do you believe in aliens? Like, do you get into UFO stuff at all?
I don't get into UFO stuff at all. I'm more of the mindset that I think it's completely plausible to believe that there's other life forms. I don't believe in like when everyone's like, I saw one and that was that last night and all that. But I think the size of the universe, like the infinite, like just, we can't even comprehend how huge this is.
Right.
To think that we're the only life form is just, I don't know, it feels arrogant. And so I sometimes think that we haven't maybe encountered it yet. Like the stories that I've heard usually have something that you can really pick apart, and people will conveniently, that's the thing with like a lot of conspiracy theories, is that people will conveniently ignore the data that doesn't support whatever they're saying. And they'll do that with alien, UFO, all that stuff. But I think it's very plausible to believe that there has to be life elsewhere, that we maybe just haven't encountered.
What do you think about all this stuff coming out now with the Tic Tacs and all the weird craft that have been picked up by like military vehicles and ships and fighter pilots?
Oh, this is stuff that was recently declassified?
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like all of a sudden, like these things are everywhere. And not only that, but people are getting brain damage from being around them. Like,
really?
Yeah, like they're getting some kind of.
But like things like this, like a lot of times, I'm not saying this one, but things like this, a lot of times there are images that are shared that people be like, "What's this?" And you go, "Well, okay." Like in this particular case,
right?
Like I'm saying, in the hypothetical scenario I'm presenting, there'll be eventually like they'll be like, that's a fucking Cessna in the distance reflecting off. Like they'll just, people will, because it's exciting to think that there's more happening on that part. I get it is exciting to, but so I don't know, like, I don't know this says they can't explain.
Well, it's really, it's the strangest thing ever. And it's the reason it's interesting is because it isn't coming from the UFO community, which what you're doing right now in the UFO community, you know what we call it?
What?
It's called swamp gassing.
Okay.
So what you do is people like you and your Gucci shirts with cum on your hands, getting off your plane, dripping jizz off your hands onto the fucking concrete.
Yeah.
People like you,
you
you just refute the stories, the anecdotal evidence, not of one person, but of so many people. And you're like, oh, you saw whatever.
I mean, I did say, I think it's very believable that life exists outside of our planet. I think that is. I've said that a lot of times the evidence shown is really like not great. But this new, as you're getting into, you're saying this is not coming from the UFO community.
Right. What's the reason that a lot of people in the UFO community are suddenly feel validated is because the U.S. government, it's like, one question is, why are they even talking about it? Why not keep it top secret? Why are they like doing public hearings on it?
Right.
And so what they're saying is, well, they're trying to get ahead of the curve.
Sure.
Because so many people have been witnessing these things. And now because there's some kind of physiological proof.
The brain damage?
Yeah, and the VA has got to cover that. So they're trying to get ahead of the curve. And so that's why it's a really interesting.
So what do you think is happening?
No idea. There's two like broad possibilities, I guess. One is it's like some like new tech coming from somewhere, who knows where, hopefully us. That seems like the most plausible. Like if you're going to like roll the dice on something, it's like the odds are it's coming from humans, not coming from space, I would guess. But yeah, the other one is so either now that we have these like new ways of like getting data, like intense, super high tech radar systems and stuff. We're seeing things that have always been sort of flitting around the planet, or for whatever reason, like things have discovered our planet and are just starting to check us out. They could be drones. I mean, there's all kinds of bizarre explanations, but the two are it's either from humans or it's not.
Yeah.
And what's weird is some of these people, like high-ranking officers, are like, this is not terrestrial
They're
technology.
saying that openly.
Yeah, openly just saying, well, like, how does that even work? It's like going so fast and then stopping, then going underwater, then coming out of water. Like, what the fuck is that?
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.